This is a short video for Rick discussing the topic of connection plasma capacitor, a split capacitor. I think some pictures tell more than 1,000 words, so let's start with the picture of a blueprint. Here you can see the minus or entry, which is a better word, is in the center, is the center pin. The center always is gravitational or minus, and the outer core, here the outer coil, is plus or an exit. I think this is right for capacitor and split capacitor. When we have a look here, the drawing of Mr. Cash, where he discusses this topic, you can see here it's the output from the top stacker, the magnetical. Maybe I show it this kind. This is the magnetical, the output, and it goes to the center pin, because this is an exit, and it has to connect to an entry, to the center pin, and then out to the load. And the winding here, the outer coil, then goes back to the entry, for example, here, goes back to the entry of the gravitational. But we discussed this part here that I saw in your schematic, that you did connect the magnetical, as I have seen, to the outer coil. And I think that's not correct. The magnetical should go to the inner core, the center pin of the split capacitor, as I see it. Here is another version Mr. Cash has drawn, where you see the magnetical going into the center pin and out to the load, and the outer core goes back to the entry. This is your schematic, and as I can read it, you go with the magnetical to the outer coil. If I see it correct, it's a plus here, but you have a plus here, and the plus should go to the minus, to the center pin, the inner core of the split capacitor. Okay. It's possible you can get some problems at the end to feed the load with electricity and not plasma if you use an outer coil. You have to test it. If it doesn't work, try to use the inner pin and go to the load, because the plasma works very well in the capacitor from the inner core to the outer core, but electricity maybe does not jump from the inner core to the outer core if you take electricity off here. In the whole system it's no problem if you work with plasma, but the third stacker, the last point where it transmutes to electricity, maybe you have to test the outer coil does not work. I'm not sure yet if it's always the case or if it's sometimes a problem with the capacitor. I'm not sure, but we discuss here the entry. That's what I told you, that you have to go to the inner pin, the center core of the split capacitor, as I see it. Okay, let's discuss it here. I hope this helped. Have a nice day, Rick. Oh, I forgot something I would like to ask you. It's about the standard capacitors, the bundle of 4 capacitors, for example, here at the entry before the stacker, and then we have a bundle of, let's say, 4 capacitors here, which is parallel to the input and the output. It's not the split capacitors, it's the standard capacitors from the blueprint. I'm not sure, I could not find out the polarity of the capacitors. Some say it this way, some the other way. I've done it like in this drawing I found yesterday on the net. I've done it like here, that on the face. Oh, one moment. Strange. Ah, yeah, this is the face. The face goes to the minus of the capacitor here at the entry, and the parallel capacitors have the minus and the minus, plus and plus. And I have different indicators for both possibilities. Some say it's this way, some people say it's the other way, and in the blueprint you can't find it, or I can't find it drawn or written which way is the correct one. So I would like to ask you, Rick, what is your setup in plus and minus compared to the phase, or here to the entry and exit? Which way around did you connect your setup? Okay, that's all for now. Thanks.